Welcome back to day 2. You have made it. Thank you so much for watching. Yesterday we spoke about your fear and not just your fear in network marketing, but your fear in a lot of areas in your life. And how do you overcome that fear? If you haven't watched that video, go back to day 1's video. It is in the email that we've sent you. Now today we're going to talk about, even if you overcome your fear, you have almost like a wall that you run into, and you have perceived ways of doing things. And Chris, we call that your paradigm, isn't that? How do you overcome that?
Yes, Cobus, I just want to congratulate you guys for coming back. Thanks for joining us again today. Yes, Cobus, a paradigm is a word that's going to come up a lot. Not a lot of people understand what is a paradigm. Paradigm, what is paradigm? Actually, a paradigm is your blueprint on which you operate. All of us operate. A paradigm, a simple definition, a paradigm is just a multitude of habits. A multitude of habits that you do every day. In the first 7 years, when we come on this earth, when you are born, I mean, no child, I've never seen a child that comes on this earth and child starts walking, talking, everything. So in other words, for the first seven years, you just receive from the outer world, and this becomes your program on which you program. And this is how we evolve, if you want to talk about evolution. But this is how, I mean, it's like you come to this earth like a computer. We can compare it to a computer. There's nothing preloaded on this machine. So we receive our program from somebody else. Who's that somebody else? It's all the environment around us. It can be from our fathers, from our mothers, from our grandfathers, from our grandmothers, everybody that we make contact with in these first 7 years. And thereafter, because in the first 7 years, we cannot reject, we can just accept. Okay? So it's all got to do with your mind, and your mind is divided into two things. It's your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. So I just want to explain, because nobody has ever seen the mind. Because normally if I ask people, when I coach them and I ask them, just give me an explanation, what do you think, what the mind looks like? And normally they give me something about the brain, and the brain is not your mind. The brain is in your nails, it's in your feet, it's in your kneecaps, it's all over, but your mind is something different. And then Dr. Freeman came up with this stigma, and I call it the me versus me factor. If I see this picture, I think of me. If I think of me, I see this picture. Okay, I'm not an artist, but there's nothing wrong with my graphics. The sphere at the top is the mind. You can see it's in two sections, and the small one is the body. The body is just a dumb terminal. The mind is the machine that controls this dumb terminal. The dumb terminal, the body will just do whatever the mind tells it to do. Okay? So like I said, it's all about the outside environment that's programming. It comes to your conscious mind, but your subconscious mind is the one that cannot reject. It can only accept. So to come back to your fear, if somebody taught you about the fear, okay, fear is not always a bad thing, but okay, that's a discussion for another day. But if it has been programmed into your subconscious mind, it will always come up. It will always surface. I mean, whatever comes in from the outside environment will go down to the body, and at the end of the day, you'll see the results. You'll see the results in your life. And another thing is what Einstein said is the recipe for insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. That's why if you want to change the paradigm, you'll have to start working on yourself. You'll have to learn and unlearn and relearn and learn and unlearn and relearn. It's a process. You'll have to change the blueprint or the program that you're operating on. So if it's in your subconscious, there's a fear there, somehow you'll have to take it out. Somehow you'll have to reprogram yourself to get different results in your life. So it's all a process about reprogramming, Cobus.
So basically, there's no real the right answer to change your paradigm. The answer is it depends. Depends on what you have learned up to that point that you need to unlearn. and you have need to learn new again to unlearn at some point, because that become irrelevant then for you to move forward. Is that how I understand it then?
Yes, Cobus. And the good thing to do that is, and to help you, is to reach out to, or not, get a good coach to help you, and to go and sit down with your coach, and the coach can always help you to identify what is your problem, what do you need to unlearn, and what do you need to learn to overcome this fear, or not only just the fear. Let's talk about, you cannot reach any, there's some goals that you have, you cannot reach this goal for some other reason, that you cannot reach this goal. You don't know why you cannot reach this goal. So yeah, if you want to set up your goals, that will be very, very important, because a coach can also help you to set up a goal to achieve your goals. And it's all about your paradigm as well. So it's always good, if you cannot do it on yourself or by yourself, it's always good to go to a coach or join a program or invest in a program to help you out to change your program, your program that you are operating on. Yes, it is a program. Change your program for the better. Like Einstein said, doing the same things over and over, expecting different results, will never ever work. And remember, guys, we are all controlled by our subconscious mind. Because the subconscious is what's controlling everything. If breathing wasn't controlled by my subconscious, before I end this sentence, I will die, because the subconscious controls everything.
Well, Chris, I'm glad you have mentioned goals, because guys, in day 3's video, in this condensed training course, we are going to touch about goals. We're actually going to teach you how to set a goal that you will learn will never fail if you set it correctly. Chris, there's that 2 key things, and we don't want to tell people that now, but I know you've mentioned 2 key things that we need to know when we set a goal. If we use that 2 key things, we will achieve our goals. And that is from me. Thank you for watching, guys. Tomorrow's video, goals, and we're going to tell you what this 2 key things is. Chris, last word from you.
I just want to congratulate everybody again and say thank you very much for tuning in. And I'm really, really looking forward to you guys, to see you guys in the third day's video. And yes, come and join us, and then we'll share the secret.